They say you replay that one song because you like it, but that's not the whole truth. You replay it because your brain is trying to solve something you haven't put into words yet. People who listen to the same song 20, 30, sometimes 50 times in a row aren't weak. They're not stuck. They're emotionally intelligent in a way most people don't understand. Your brain is working in the background, processing something deeper than you realize. Psychology has identified 8 specific reasons why we loop music. Some are healthy coping mechanisms, others are warning signs. And today, you're going to understand what your repeat song is really telling you about yourself. Pause for a second. What's the last song you played on repeat? Was it sad, motivational, nostalgic, or did it just match a vibe you couldn't shake? Drop one word in the comments. I want to see the pattern. Your brain doesn't actually like surprises. Surprises work in movies. In real life, they trigger stress. When you replay the same song, your brain already knows what's coming. It knows when the beat drops, when the lyrics shift, where the emotion peaks. That predictability gives your nervous system the illusion of control. Research shows that familiar stimuli reduce anxiety. It's why children watch the same cartoon over and over. When life feels unpredictable, exams, heartbreak, job uncertainty, a familiar song becomes a micro-anchor of stability. Humans don't fear struggle. We fear unpredictability. When your job isn't secure, when your relationship feels shaky, when the future is unclear, even a small, predictable thing becomes incredibly powerful. Next time you feel overwhelmed, don't scroll mindlessly. Play that song. Your nervous system will thank you. A lot of people think replaying a sad song means they're spiraling into depression, but that's not always true. Not every repetition is avoidance. Have you ever noticed that after an argument, you replay the conversation in your head over and over? Why? Because your brain is searching for clarity. Music works the same way. You're not escaping the emotion, you're processing it. You listen to the same feeling again and again until it becomes manageable. Processing beats suppressing. When you suppress an emotion, it gets stronger. When you allow yourself to feel it in a controlled way, it dissolves. So next time you catch yourself in a loop, ask yourself, what am I feeling that I'm not ready to accept yet? Awareness is emotional power. Before you go on stage, you rehearse. Your brain does the same thing with emotions. When you replay a song, your brain is rehearsing that emotional state. The first time, it's confusion. The second time, it's clarity. The third time, it's acceptance. Your playlist is your diary. That's why after a breakup, people loop specific songs. They're not wallowing, they're understanding the pain. But here's the rule. Rehearsal should be temporary. Process the emotion, but don't build a home in it. Ever hear a song from 5 years ago and suddenly remember exactly where you were, who you were with, what you were feeling? That's not magic, that's neuroscience. Your brain packages music and emotion together. You wire associations. If you listen to a song during your lowest moment, that song will trigger that feeling every single time you hear it in the future. That's why you need to be intentional. If you're in a growth phase right now, choose powerful songs to anchor that time, so when you hear them years later, they remind you of strength, not pain. Music is an emotional time machine. Use it wisely. If any of this is hitting home, subscribe to the channel. This is where we decode the psychological patterns nobody ever taught you in school. When you're upset, you don't always want solutions. Sometimes you just want someone to say, "I understand." And sometimes that someone is a song. The lyrics say what you can't. Validation heals. Psychology tells us that when a person feels understood, the emotional intensity decreases. So when you replay that song, you might be validating yourself. But here's the next level. Name the feeling. Say it out loud. I feel rejected. I feel ignored. I feel stuck. When you name it, you control it. Now, the dangerous part. Not every loop is healthy. Sad song, repeat.
Feel worse? Repeat again. This is called mood-congruent music, and it can amplify the emotion instead of processing it. Loops can become cages. If you notice your mood getting worse every time you replay the song, try this. Create a transition playlist. Start with the sad song, then something neutral, then something hopeful. A sudden shift to happy music feels fake, but a gradual shift is sustainable. Respect the emotion, but don't become its prisoner. Most people let the algorithm decide what they listen to. Whatever the app suggests, they play. But high-level thinkers design their emotional environment intentionally. Music is leverage. Going to the gym, high-energy playlist. Studying, low-distraction instrumental. Need confidence? Power songs. In a healing phase, reflective but hopeful tracks. Repeated inputs shape your identity, and identity shapes behavior. If you listen to victim songs every day, your self-image will reflect that. If you listen to growth songs, your brain will start imagining a different future. One song at a time, you're updating your emotional software. Your repeat song isn't random, it's a subconscious signal. Sometimes it's for stability, sometimes it's for processing, sometimes it's for validation, sometimes it's a warning. Don't judge it, observe it, decode it. Because the soundtrack of your life is writing the next version of who you become. See you in the next video. Until then, stay curious.